Hello and welcome everybody to 1990. 1990, one of our holiday favorites came out, Home Alone. Have you heard of that movie? What else came out? Pretty Woman, Hunt for Red October. I love Hunt for Red October. It's like, why does that Russian captain have a Scottish accent? That just gets worse throughout the movie. It's great. I love Hunt for Red October, one of my all-time favorites. Alec Baldwin. And then Cobra comes out with this, an Ultramid, like Sean Connery. It kind of, if it sounds like a persimmon and feels like a persimmon, it has to be a persimmon, right? Let's explore that on the review table. So to identify this club, we look at the sole as usual. Standard 1. Don't know if that 1's going to show up, but there is a 1 right there, so it's a driver. And then we have line, Cobra, line, ultra, but the A looks like a pyramid. Ultra pyramid. Nope, it's just ultra mid with a little YouTube play button right there. Do you see that right there? It's a 4-screw sole plate. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one has a little weight port hex screw right here. Pretty interesting. You can see the white plastic shining through. 2 grooves. There's a pair of 2 grooves. I think that's the way to say it. As we spin around the skirt, there's nothing spectacular, no decals, nothing interesting there. Just the grooves in the top line. Does say Cobra in spectacular fashion. Look at that. On this white driver. I like seeing drivers like this. This has been well used. Whipping. Not just glued or bonded, whipped. We move up the stepped steel shaft to, what is this, a gold, True Temper Gold Plus S200. Is S200 stiff or is that just a model? I don't know. We move up 1990, that's just my sticker to remind me. And then we have this luxurious swing right, grip right. If you've guessed it, oh look, it's half cordy too. There's cordy on the bottom here. Maybe that's why it felt so good. Out on the range. Golf Pride USA. So I want to try to roll both of my range sessions in. The talkie next, and then probably at the end of the video, I'll just throw my earlier range sessions. But both of these were recorded previously. Let's have a look. So today we have the Cobra Ultra Mid White Lexan driver. It was raining earlier today. I'm soaking wet and almost warmed up. Yeah, there's my pants. Yeah. So looking down at this, it's bright white. It's made out of plastic. So I look at it and I just expect to see Mattel or Play School. But it says Cobra, and it looks fine. It looks like a small head. You think the white would make it look bigger? Maybe it does, but I don't know. There's something about it that still looks very small. Maybe just because I hit that Titleist 983K titanium driver. So maybe any driver from this era would look small. Steel shaft looks fine. The grip has enough grip where I'm not worried about losing it. Unlike that Titleist, if you want to see me lose a club in the rain, just slipped right out of my hands, go watch that Titleist video. Hopefully I can get a link in the description or comments or something. But yeah, so let's take aim for that 250 marker, the blue one, navy blue. I'm just going to take a swing at it and see what happens. It's a little fadey. Landed right in front of that 250 marker. So not the most incredible distance. I didn't exactly clobber it. It felt like it was pretty close to the sweet spot. Didn't feel like I buttoned it. But it felt pretty good. Okay, let's do that same thing. See how consistent we can be with that. Again, aim at that 250. Did I pull that? I didn't see where that one went. If you guys in the video are watching a tracer, it was put in post-production because I have no idea where that one went. It's always hilarious when I like sky them or top them or something. We'll see if I can top one of these before we go. All right, let's see if I can keep my eye on this one. There we go, I did it. An inch, straight as an arrow. This needs to be re-teed. All right, there we go. Oh, busted. All right. You know you're at the age when you're
playing vintage golf when you make noises when you bend over. Oh, all right, there we go. Yeah, all right. Okay, same spot, same club. Not inspiring tons of confidence. John Daly, I don't know how you played this. That's a pull. Fading a little bit to the right. Yeah, it's fine. 20 yards off of that 250 marker. I would be at the edge of the fairway. You would find that one. Everybody's thinking of their favorite golf course where there's like no forgiveness on the left. You wouldn't find that on my golf course. All right, well, we're not playing your golf course, are we? All right, last one. It does feel surprisingly heavy for a plastic driver head. It feels very natural. I mean, the weight feels good. Sometimes I look at it and I'm just like, oh, it's going to be light as a feather. No, it feels good. That was a towy one. Happened to go straight. That one didn't feel good off the club. Yeah, it rolled up to that 250. Not great. Again, cold wet, so these aren't like my best numbers, but Ultramid Cobra on the range, I mean, it's fun.
As a driver, it feels fine. Looking at it, it does look different. According to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that's not what it's called, the price guide, the Identification and Price Guide Volume 4, this is made out of Lexan. Now, Lexan is just a plastic where if you laminate enough of them together, then you get what's considered bulletproof. The Mythbusters had a big thing about this, right? They had these Lexan panels that they would carry around, and Jamie was like, it's bulletproof. And then they went and shot him, and they're like, oh, well, it's not bulletproof because we didn't have enough layers. Okay, so supposedly that's what this is made out of. People say other things like Kevlar, but it feels like plastic, all right? So Lexan sounds right to me. So, let us know in the comments below. Do you know what this is made out of? Is it Lexan or is it Kevlar? Because according to the book, it's Lexan. Now, that said, it's white. It's creamy, all right? It's like, when you look down at this, it's very unique. Not traditional. And as a club, it's okay. To me, it feels like the McGregor 65W. That's just what comes to mind when I was hitting it. I was like, oh, it's okay. It's good. And would you put this in your bag? My answer is an obvious yes, of course I would. Hello, look at it. It's white. When I play a club, a vintage club, I want it to stand out and just be like, oh my goodness, what were they thinking? That's this. You pull this out and people are like, what the? Is that a TaylorMade? No, it's not TaylorMade. Guess who was making white drivers before TaylorMade started painting things white in the 2000s? Oh, Cobra in 1990. So yeah, I absolutely love this club. I would 100% absolutely game it. Is it the most forgiving thing? No. Like the Callaway Big Bertha a year or two later, I would go with that over this any day as far as technology and like improving game. But as far as like a fun club to play, yes. I'm going to build a 1990 set around this driver. I like it so much. John Daly rocked this, won with it, stands out. You can see pictures of him on a golf cover somewhere with one of these. It's just super, super fun. So I'm excited to read your comments as well. The standard one Cobra Ultra Pyramid driver. As usual, I'd like to recognize my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I offer general support where I post a few behind the scenes pictures and updates every month, but it's just for support of the channel. Another way you can support the channel is by visiting my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you everybody for watching. Stay tuned. There is a little rain session here at the end. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing. I am the Vintage Golfer.